rolling. I did not know. I'm cursing. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Who would like to start? Scooch. Emily?
I guess I'll start with you, Marina. It seemed like it came pretty naturally to you pretty quickly out there. I mean, just how quickly did you start to feel settled in the offense and everything?
Yeah, I mean, just like playing with vets like this who make things so much easier for everybody, it's kind of easy to just like read and react off them, and they just make everybody look so much better. So I'm appreciative of that.
Okay. Sean, go ahead.
Dewana, 29 points coming out of the break. I mean, they say rest does the body good, but you looked rejuvenated and you looked sharp. Is there anything that you took the Olympic break outside of rest to do to get you back, to get ready for this stretch run?
I was in the gym every day. I took about a week off, and when I got to Paris, like 2 days after I landed, I found a gym and a trainer and worked on my shot because I feel like it wasn't the best, first half. But yeah, I'm old. I need the rest, so that also helped as well. The season is brutal. It's a grind. So I just being in Paris kind of take your mind off, things mentally back here, back home in basketball. So that was refreshing. But I'm a workaholic, so I was in the gym.
Emily?
DB, for you, this was the highest scoring game of the season for you guys. It just, I mean, how much different did kind of the flow feel today compared to how you guys were coming into the break?
I mean, when you add a piece like Marina, who can just jump in and fit in what we're doing, you don't have to slow down at all. I think that's huge when you can do that. You can just put her out there. And my message for the game, we haven't even practiced together. Alyssa and I got back 3 or 4 days ago, and this is the first time that we actually really stepped on the court with her, and just impressive that we can all just kind of click and bond together. I just play basketball. We know how to play basketball at the end of the day. Forget the plays; they'll come later, and that's what we did. And super proud of my team. Super proud of her for coming in, and yeah, shout out to Tiff Mitchell though, for sure. We miss you.
Brandon, go ahead.
Hey, Marina. Anything from tonight when you play with Alyssa, having not played with her but playing against her? What was it like as a teammate now, as opposed to an opponent that you discovered? Because it seemed that you both had a rhythm, especially kind of getting out and running a little bit in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, she's such a dynamic player, so playing off her is really easy, just like moving around, and she sees everything, and she's always putting other people before her, like trying to make other people better before herself. So it really shows, and she kind of just makes you want to keep working harder and doing stuff for the team because that's what she does, and she sets that tone.
Thank you. Sean, go ahead.
Hey, Marina, welcome to the Connecticut Sun. First and foremost, I know this is your first action since being traded here. You were game high plus 19 tonight, very efficient, 7-10 from the field, 3 or 5 from downtown. Now, tonight, you guys didn't have the full lineup, right? You had Dejanay out, Tiffany Mitchell was out. Do you envision any transition period as you maneuver through this new team when the full lineup is back? Have you and Coach White talked about a specific role, or is it just play your game and do what you have to do to help the team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's so many players on this team that can play, and I'm just here to help us try to win a championship in any way that I can. But no matter what, I am who I am. So whatever jersey that I put on, I'm going to be who I am. Because I feel like that's the best way to help my team be my authentic self no matter what. So whatever happens, I'm still going to be ready to play whenever.
Congrats.
Thanks. Any other questions for the players? All right, thanks, guys. Be back with Steph. Okay, we have head coach Stephanie Might will do a quick opening statement and go to questions.
Really proud of our group. I thought we came out and we took a hit to start the ball game and regrouped and recovered. You know, our ball movement on offense was exceptional. Our defensive execution was pretty good for a new group that was playing together, and it was just a big time win for us on the road to start the second half of the season.
Questions? Emily?
Steph, it seemed like it was pretty seamless for Marina, even early on. I mean, just how did you feel about, how everything went, especially offensively with her?
Yeah, you know, she knows how to play. She moves really well with and without the ball. She makes the right reads and the right plays. She knocks down shots, and it takes a little bit of pressure off of DB. We don't have to move her around quite as much. And she's versatile, so we can play her in multiple positions. And so, you know, I think she fits really well with our core group, just in terms of understanding our actions, being effective in our actions, and making the right plays.
And with,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Emily.
just with DB having a season high tonight, I mean, how much of that was, a product of kind of having Marina and the new setup versus just her kind of doing what she does?
I think probably a combination. You know, a lot of the stuff that we have typically run for DB, we're running for Marina as well. So DB gets to rest a little bit more offensively. So I think that certainly helps. She was shooting the ball incredibly well today and shoot around in pregame. So I know she felt really good. Also, for somebody like DB, 15 years in the league, getting some rest over the break is really impactful. You can come back, be fresh, and she got her rhythm and timing back pretty quickly.
Thanks, Emily. Tiffany, did you have a question?
Yeah, Coach White, if you can just talk briefly about Veronica Burton's performance tonight.
Yeah, B was big for us. You know, she came in and she commanded the offense, got us into the things that we wanted to get into, did a really good job of facilitating. You know, she's just a different type of point guard than Ty or Marina when Marina is running the point. And she impacts the game on the defensive end as well. She plays really hard, gets a lot of deflection. She's involved in the action. So she came in and was big for us. And we're going to need that. You know, we've got to be able to get a consistent rotation. We've got to be able to get production from our bench, and we were able to do that tonight.
Sean, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. I think the question that everyone is probably awaiting is, what does your starting lineup look like when everyone's back? You know, with Dejanay's back and Marina, who's coming off the bench, and what role will they have specifically, you know, to make that sixth position work?
Yeah, it's we were just talking about that in our coach's locker room, actually. You know, it's one of those things. I feel a little bit like the Celtics this year. We've got 6 starters, right? We've got 6 players that can start. There's going to be one player that's not starting, and there's going to be one player that's not finishing. You know, and that could be determined by the game. It could be determined by matchups. It could be determined by style. You know, so we don't have a solid answer on that yet. We're still kicking that around as well. You know, it's impactful. It's somebody who can come in the game off the bench and impact the team. And from an energy standpoint, you know, from a production standpoint is really important. You know, so I don't know. I feel like we have 6 starters. Somebody's not going to be happy about not starting, but all 6 of them are going to play starters minutes. So that's just the hand that we're dealt. I can tell you, I'd rather have that hand than some of the other hands we've been dealt before. So I'm excited about it.
Thank you, Coach.
Brendan, go ahead.
Hey, Steph, congrats on the win. You know, Dewana was very complimentary of Marina in how she played and not having practiced yet. I know the same can be said for AT not having a practice yet with Marina, but what can you say? I know AT makes everyone better, but what about tonight? It seemed AT kind of helped Marina get going. What impact did AT have tonight?
Well, out in transition, certainly.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we played more in transition tonight than we've played in a long time. And that's how we want to play. So when AT gets in there and gets a rebound or gets a steal, she's able to ignite our break. And when you have players like DB and Ty and Marina running the floor, it spaces the floor for her. So it's pick your poison. She does a great job of finding them, as you can see by her assist numbers. Or when they cover all in the perimeter, then she can get to the rim and she can get to the free throw line. So, you know, we're most effective when she's able to initiate our break in transition. And I felt like that's what really got us going.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for everyone for joining so late. Appreciate it. Have a good night.